Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome, folks. Welcome.
Hello, 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 hello.
All righty. So we are going to jump right in because we've got a very full show today. So welcome to the Sid City Social Club for Friday, July 29th. We're glad you're here. I've got a list of people who are signed up to chat with Sid today. Andy's not one of them, but he's going to jump in anyway.
Oh,
Andy!
How are you, my dear?
Very good. Even better for seeing you. How about you?
Oh, I'm telling you, it's jumping here in Raleigh, North Carolina. You know, I tried to get Lolita to get me to Chicago. And then I find out that's the only convention that you've done in a coon's age.
In 100 years, absolutely. I thought I swore up and down you'd be there. Oh my goodness.
I think it's so stupid of them.
It's a conspiracy.
So stupid of them. Anyway.
It's good to see your lovely face, mate. How
Same
are
here.
you?
No, you know, I'm everything. I'm like the everything bagel.
Yeah.
Everything has been just slathered onto it. But I function.
Andy,
I function.
What news do you have about things that are happening?
Oh, I know what she's getting at. So, yes, well, the good news is for those of you, I mean, it's so ridiculous that people trying to buy that book and, you know, and now it's costing more than a mortgage. You don't need to buy the book. You can wait for the audio version because of you people. Simon and Schuster finally came to their senses and said, yeah, let the old man read the book.
Hurrah!
Yeah, so.
That is fantastic. Congratulations. That's wonderful.
Yes, I'm very happy about that. Because I can get back into Garrick without getting into the makeup. And
without
that's
doing
wonderful.
any of it. Absolutely.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You look great, man. You
Thank
really
you.
I so miss you. I really do.
Big kiss to you.
Well, I love you. And you know, I'll see you soon. That's all I can say. All right.
All right. Huge love to them. Them's at
and
home.
Goodbye, all my dear friends. Goodbye.
Thanks, Andy. Have a great time.
Thanks, Casey.
You.
Thanks for the hookup, Casey.
I think we might be jumping over to the next table to see who's hanging out there, but Casey doesn't have her headphones on, so she can't tell me for sure that's what we're doing. We're gonna find out.
You are working so hard, Casey.
I'm really not. It's just very hot.
Yeah, well, much gratitude. Oh my God, there's Terry Farrell.
I'm so sorry.
Tell.
Ben, so are you?
Hi, sweetheart. It's great to see you. Oh, you look so beautiful.
Great to see you. Oh my God, you're so handsome. Stop it.
We do this dance.
We do. We understand. It's so weird. It's I miss Andy too.
Is it a? I know.
Isn't it amazing? And he looks fabulous, doesn't he?
Totally spoiled.
We're just saying you're like one of the most handsome men on the planet.
That is. Yes,
it's
that's
so
very
true.
sweet.
It's true. It's true.
Thank you very much.
And of course, now that I'm single, you've been married forever.
I've been married forever. Who'd have thunk, huh?
Tell Sid, I saw him playing I saw you playing a slimy creature in a Miss Marple. And,
and
it blew our minds.
Yeah. I played that guy.
No, but that's okay. But you play a great lounge lizard. You know?
I do. I revert to type. I am slimy by nature. This is all I'm at.
Where are you right now, Simon? Where are you?
I'm in my office. This is my room.
Oh, that's so weird. Somebody asked me if I was from Massachusetts the other day, and I'm like, no. And then maybe someone there. I do know someone that's there. Anyway, I'm in North Carolina doing GalaxyCon, and I'm coming back to Cameo. But I have to wait till I get back to LA because this is so much busier than I thought it would be.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic there because everybody will be so happy.
I know.
A real relief to get to say hi to people again properly.
Yes, I don't know. When does that happen? Okay, well, I don't want to interrupt your fans. Actually,
you're not. You are part. You are a total important part of everything we do.
Oh my God, you're so sweet. Well, I'm happy to come and guest on your show for a real time if you want.
Then do that. let's make a date. Let's make a date and come. Yeah, we'll do that sometime this month in August.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, good. I'm gonna have to see you. I love you.
Back at you. Love you too, sweetheart. Thank you so much. For
yes, and tell your fans I love you. I love you guys and Nell and everyone. I'm gonna get choked up.
You just told them. You just told them.
Okay,
And they're
I love
your
you
fans
guys.
too. We share these fans.
Where's the land? Oh, you're way down there. Have a great day. And anybody who's from North Carolina seeing this or in this area, please come see me in person.
Go see Tal. Go
There's
see Terry Farrell.
Lovely gentleman who's being patient.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Said Siddig Elfidel. Or Alexander Siddig. Sorry. It's like
She
my
knows me
secret
way back,
name for
from
you.
way
I love you, Diggs.
Love you too, Tal.
Thanks, Terry.
Oh, thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry for interrupting, Molly. All right, back to regularly scheduled programming.
Great work, roving reporter.
Fantastic. She was just saying that she felt all at sea because she didn't have to work or volunteer during this convention. And I was like, listen, I got something for you.
That was a pipe dream.
Now she can go enjoy the rest of her time. All right. We are going to go wish Josh a very happy birthday at this impromptu party.
Josh.
Hello. Hi.
Happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Lou.
Oh, that is so sweet. I too spent my birthday working.
Oh.
No, it was actually it was great. It was meaningful.
That's such a wonderful thing to have done. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
It makes your life worth living, doesn't it? It makes the job worth it because there's so much disappointment, so much stuff you have to deal with, just form and bureaucracy, but then occasionally you break through.
Yeah, I mean, when the jury returned their verdict, one of the victims turned to me and said, you know, you helped me legally, but you also helped me feel better about myself as a person. And that is just, that's what we all can and should do for each other. And so
You're
it's
a hero, Josh. That's wonderful. That really is great. You are, as much as anybody else, and I claim a load of people are heroes, but you're in that list, and that's a fantastic thing.
Thank you.
Awesome. But the thing that never gets mentioned in these things is the process for the people involved, for victims, for in this case, you know, the neurodiverse people you were dealing with, and for anyone, children in the system. The 5-year period from the start gun to the end, to the judge's gavel coming down and going, you know, it's over, is so traumatic. It's so difficult to live through because you have no certainty in your life and you do not know what's happening. And that 5 years, that's the amount of time that people, you know, go to college. I mean, that's a huge amount of time for people like that. So it's they've really suffered as a result.
Yeah. I wish we could have you on our jury.
You hanging by them is so important for them, that continuity that, you know, they don't keep being flipped from one lawyer to another. And you doing that is important, really, really super important. And the results speak for themselves. Congratulations, Josh.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And it's, you know, what a privilege to be able to to get to know people like that and to be able to help them. And you know, and even I meant it, like I was happy to spend my birthday doing that. I mean, I've even, you know, I've kind of prior to this week, I had a real kind of down few weeks, which we probably don't have time to talk about, but I'd been having a hard time. And sometimes, you know, also it's not a solution, but one thing that helps is helping others, and that, you know, uplifting them helps uplift me too.
I'm so glad to hear. It's one of those things you just can't leave at work. It's one of those jobs where you just can't leave it all at work. You have to bring it home because your best thinking really happens when you're not at work. Your best thinking happens when you get home and you can relax.
Yes.
It's just a terrible, you're in a catch-22. You never get to take a vacation from this.
Yeah, it's literally our job to take other people's problems and welcome them into our heart, and that's our hearts and our minds, and to live with them, and that's sort of the privilege and also the weight that we carry too.
Well, Josh, I salute you and congratulations. Hopefully
Oh.
there are many more days like this ahead for you.
Thank you for the understanding and the empathy. I thought you might be interested to hear about this.
Totally, totally. Really revved, really happy to hear that news. Thank you.
Thanks. So,
Josh,
well,
do you share your poem?
oh yes, but if I can take another like 1 minute,
Sure.
I brought, I know we have a wonderful community of writers here, and so I'll read this. Should I read it too?
Yes.
I'll read it. This is a poem I wrote. It's called Strength, and the poem is, sometimes it's hard. I know it's just so hard to be the lightning bug in the dark, but if you stay lit, I will too.
Gorgeous.
And I particularly I picked this one to share, not only to show you guys a different side of myself, because I know we've heard about some of the legal parts, but I'm a writer too. I write poetry. I have a book, but I picked that poem because this wonderful community that you and Mel and everyone else here have created, you are the lightning bugs. We are the lights for each other in the dark, and I feel like everyone here keeps those lights on for each other. So thank you.
I agree. Thank you, Josh. That's a beautiful poem. Thank you. We want to know where your book is. Can people reach it easily?
It's on Amazon, yes.
Bingo. Josh Grant, and it's called
The Voice Within.
Thank you. That's all we needed.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Josh. And happy birthday.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to go visit, I think, our new youngest member of the social club and their mom.
That. Hello. Who's the squiggly little thing right there?
Actually, his name's Julian, actually named after your character from Star Trek.
Oh my goodness, he's adorable.
He's a little fussy, but
I know. Julian, pay attention. This is your first, I will say this only once. You have to do really well. And welcome to our planet.
Thank you. Yeah, he's 3 months old. And,
oh, he's adorable. He is the youngest, and he's smiling, perhaps farting. I'm not sure, but it's definitely
no,
something
just smiling
going on.
so far.
It's really cool. How are you? How has it been for you going through everything and maybe at the apotheosis of this virus that has swept the world?
It's been interesting. So he's actually my third baby. I've got my eldest daughter. She's almost 5. Her name's Melody, and then my second child, my son named Alexander. He's 2.5. He was my COVID baby. We went into lockdown when he was only a few months old. So it's been a journey. Yeah, for sure.
And that's a fair amount of work. I mean, do you have a job? Could you possibly hold down a job with all that?
I've been a department manager for the Michael's Arts and Crafts store here in town
I love
for
that
5 years. I actually just finally applied to college, and I start in the fall. I'm going.
Oh my God, that's fantastic.
Going for practical nursing.
Oh wow, that's just so exciting. It's just, isn't it the best time to go to college when you think it's not on the cards anymore? Once you actually develop a real passion for something and go, I'm going to go study it. I can't wait. Rolling up your sleeves. That is fantastic. I love people who go to college after the age of 18. I mean, I love the ones who do at 18 too. But when I went to college, I just felt like I was doing the same thing, and I just didn't get a chance to get off the treadmill. And I would probably have been much better off going to college a few years later, with a little bit of perspective and a little bit of passion for a project that I really wanted to do. And you found it. Yeah. And what kind of nursing is that exactly?
So I'm not sure how it works like in the States or other places, but in Canada, so there's like different levels. The bottom tier is called PSW, so personal support workers. They work a lot in like retirement homes or just like assist in the hospital.
Yeah.
Practical nurses are more like the nurses that come to like the bedside and administer medications, all of that sort of stuff. And then the next level is the RN, which are more like administrative, kind of in charge of everything.
There's a regional nurse, is it?
It's just like the registered nurse is
Registered
what it
nurse.
is.
There you
Yeah.
go.
So my goal is to work up to become a registered nurse, but that would have been like 5 years of university, and with 3 kids, timing just it didn't work out great. So what I'm going to do is it's 2 years plus I'm going to focus in perioperative nursing, so working in operation rooms and taking care of patients before and after surgery. So that'll be about 3 years, and then I can start working and I can work on getting my RN online while I'm working.
And also that can be incremental, can't it? Because you're actually a nurse working on wards, I'm assuming, and you will pick up an awful lot of stuff, and you'll have to do a 2-hour exam every now and then, having worked for a few weeks. So that's going to be something you can just tick along as you go. That's fantastic. You obviously have the stomach for it, but it sounds like you're going in a really pointy end of nursing.
Yes, my actually I have a lot of family members who are nurses or doctors or midwives, and so I've just grown up around it. But yeah, even my mom says, she's like, working with surgeons, you got to have tough skin.
Oh yeah, they bark.
Yes.
They just snap these orders. Bap, bap, bap.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, how exciting! So you're going to start next year?
No, this September. I'm getting ready now. Yeah. And I will be bringing my 4-month-old with me.
Oh, and that's fantastic. They let that happen. That's really wonderful. So they have a creche there or something like that, or you have to just keep it strapped to you like a caboose.
Yeah, I've got a little caboose, and I've got a little travel chair, and so he can come to all of my lectures with me. It's just like the lab and obviously placement, he can't come. So I've been arranging babysitting for other days, but I've got a really close-knit family. So I've got lots of family members who are willing to take him when I can't bring him.
Wow. And whereabouts are you? Are you in Toronto? You're in...
I'm in a small town. I'm about an hour away from Toronto here in Canada, Ontario.
Okay. Do you have a lot of people living in the apartment, the house?
Yes, my husband and I, we actually just bought the house we're currently in. We bought it from my grandmother, just to help her out with some financial issues, but she also still lives with us. So she helps with the 3 kids, and our family's so close. We have lots of people coming in and out.
So lucky.
I mean, my family's been the greatest support for me, because both my adorable little boys were kind of surprise babies. But they've just been like right every step with us.
So what do you guys like to do as a family? Obviously, as a family, you haven't really you've gelled together inside and probably done a few things, but you just haven't been together enough as a whole, all 5 of you, to have a routine. But what do you like to do to relax? What do you like to do to just unwind? Juggling one kid, spinning another.
Once the kids are all in bed, which takes far too long, my husband and I are huge nerds. We love playing video games. We play Skyrim, we play Diablo. We're both huge Star Trek fans. So we've actually started, I've never watched through all of Star Trek fully chronologically. So we're kind of working through that. I've just at the end of DS9, and we'll be moving into Voyager soon.
Boy, you're not even halfway through.
Well, I know. I've seen Star Trek, like all of the different series at one point or another, or parts of it, but I was like, no, I want to I started with the original series. I did the animated series, the originals, and then just working through all of them, and we love it. My husband's a huge nerd. He collected Star Wars and Star Trek figurines, and he's got some playing cards and stuff. It's pretty cool. Which he's very jealous. He's at work right now, and I'm getting to talk to you, and he's not.
Tell him he can come on back. We'll have him next time. We'll have him say hi. Make sure we say hello.
He actually asked me to tell you that you are his absolute favorite Hannibal Barca, because he's a historian. His degree is in history and archaeology, and he loves that movie, and he loves you in it. He's like, please tell him. I was like,
that's really cool coming from a historian. That's a really good thing to hear, because it was they work. The BBC like to do those documentary type things really, they like to get it as tight as they can, given that it's hundreds of years ago. And almost mythical status for someone like Hannibal Barca. But that's really cool. That's really great. Tell him thank you. Love that.
I will. But yeah, so we love to read. We have a whole library wall downstairs, and so we use what little time we get once kids are kind of in
to
bed,
just play.
relax,
To
just
play
yeah.
games, read, watch TV, just be the kids you left behind.
Yeah.
That's the one big change in our lives, isn't it? That when that first child happens, you cannot warn anybody. You cannot say that actually you think you're going to hold on to some of the old things you used to do, but you're just not going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you'll be waking up now at 6 or 7 in the morning for the rest of your life. Even once the kids are gone, you'll be
Yeah.
it's like, okay, all right. That's fantastic. You sound like you have just the loveliest family, and it's just great to meet you all. I would love it if your husband, if we made it next time he's on, we just do a special wave, and even if it's not for the whole like big long chat, we can at least say hi and high five over the Ethernet.
Sounds good. He would love that. I was so excited when I found out about this and I don't like to fangirl very much, but honestly, your character in DS9 was my all-time favorite.
Oh, thank you.
And so when I found out that this existed, I went, James, look what we can do.
It exists. You can come and say hi.
Yeah, which is so cool.
Well, thanks, Ariel, and come on back. Come on, bring him with you.
Absolutely, yeah. I've been a few times, and I love listening in on everything, and it was great to finally get to talk to you.
Thanks for your courage.
Thanks, Ariel. Thanks for introducing us to baby Julian. In addition to the tour of Basel, Casey, if you pull up her little screen or look at her in the gallery, she's taking everybody on a tour of the con floor. So lots to look at, folks.
I'm doing my best to not give everyone motion sickness.
Oh, that's
Thank you.
better. God, it really looks like, a souk, a Bedouin market.
This is just the vendor floor. There are stages up here.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go meet Charlie.
Hi. Where are you at? What part of the world are you beaming in from?
I live in the Lake District.
Oh my
in
goodness.
England.
In the UK, absolutely. Wow. What took you to the Lake District? That's quite an unpopulated part of the world.
Yeah, I've always lived here. I didn't go very far for university. I only went to Lancashire, so I've never really moved.
It's a beautiful, beautiful part of the world. I have a boast to make about the Lake District. There's a big lake, and I'm forgetting right now what the name of it is, but the one with the hotel on the side that's kind of fancy.
Is like that.
I think Windermere was that the one that was going to be drained back in 1935 or 30. Anyway, you might not know this because it's an obscure piece of history. But my stepfather's father actually campaigned not to have that lake drained, and he won the campaign. And now in the Lake District there is a hill or a fell named after him called Birkett Fell. So that's my little boast about the Lake District.
Very nice.
Thank you. It is very nice. What are you up to? What stage of you finished Lancs? You finished the university?
Yeah, I graduated yesterday.
Oh my God! Congratulations, crikey, Bill! That's fantastic.
Thank you.
What did you graduate doing?
I did psychology.
Okay. Wow. Awesome. That's a long degree. It felt
very long.
Are you going to take a break now, or are you going to go straight into something?
I don't really know. I'm looking for jobs. I'm moving back to Lancaster to live with a friend because I want to live and work there. But I'm gonna keep going back to the university to do my thing because I started doing circus performing while I was there.
Okay, because
so
that's what all psychiatrists like to do.
Of course it is.
It's mandatory part of the course, I heard. Wow. And let's just hold on with the whole psychiatry thing. I'm interested in that, but let's stop on the circus thing for a second. What on earth possessed you to get into circus performance?
I honestly couldn't tell you. I saw it on like YouTube before I went to university, and if I hadn't already decided which university I was going to, knowing that they did that there would have sealed the deal for me. So I knew I wanted to do it.
Right.
I don't know, my brain latches onto these ideas and then
That's
I just have
fantastic.
to do it. I
But
did
you had
stop
somebody who
for
was
3 years.
prepared to teach you is wonderful.
Yeah, and then I took their role and now I'm the teacher.
Oh my goodness. And what do you teach? What element of circus performance do you teach?
Aerial silks and aerial hoop.
So trapeze work, rope work, anything?
Yeah, we're not allowed to trapeze, unfortunately. We don't have enough height. But the things that are very similar to trapeze, then those we can do.
Right. There was a craze in Los Angeles back in the 90s for doing trapeze, and everybody was doing it. I mean, it's like, you know, all like agents for like getting out of their SARBs. It's like, I'm late for a trapeze, girls. You know, it was like one of those sort of things. And it became super fashionable because apparently it's the trust game involved in it, and also athleticism and the cardio, et cetera, et cetera. It's kind of an all-round cool thing to do. What obviously that trapeze is not one of the things you're doing, but what are you doing in terms of height work?
We have a portable rig. It's very horribly heavy. We can take it down and set it up and it goes to like 3.5 meters tall or something like that.
Wow, okay.
I can show you. I don't know how well this is gonna show.
Oh yeah, no, that's there. I can see that. It looks like an impossible position for you to be in, but I do see it. And you must be really, really solid. You must work out to have to be strong enough to keep all those different parts of your body that want to obey gravity from defeating you.
Yeah, I didn't before I started doing it. So I was starting from absolutely nothing. I had zero flexibility. I never did any exercise. I hated it. I found it very boring. And I just couldn't move the next day. I was like, oh my God, what have I done? How am I going to get to my lectures? I can't walk.
You shocked your system. The muscles were like,
yeah,
we've got a pretty chilled host. She doesn't really demand too much of us. What the hell is happening? My goodness. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. I think that's a first. You are a first circus performer. Do you like? I watch. Do you ever watch on YouTube the Cirque du Soleil stuff?
Yeah.
Do you like that kind of thing, or do you think that's just
the goal? That's the dream for circus performers, I think.
Because I remember seeing that in Las Vegas back in the 90s. Everything happened in the 90s for me. It appears that we went to a show called O, the French for water O, rather than just an exclamation O. And they built a stage at one of the hotels, especially for this show. So the show started and it was just the best stage. It was really cool. And we knew that it was happening because there's a big drum kicking in and everything. And you knew that Cirque du Soleil was about to start. And it's always very dramatic when it starts. And this person climbed up this ladder, stopped on a platform, climbed another ladder, stopped on another platform, and climbed another ladder and stopped on another impossibly high platform where we could barely see where he was, and then just jumped off. And everybody freaked out. And as that person landed, the little hole opened in the stage and it closed. And that was the beginning of the show. It was one of the coolest, most dramatic openings of any show. And then it turns out they wheel the stage back and they're all in a swimming pool and they do a ton of work in the pool. It's like mind-blowing. And that's what you want to do. So forget about the psychiatrist in you. That is awesome. That is awesome. Well, I've got a lot of things I want to talk about in terms of psychiatry too. I'm especially interested in because of where you are at just beginning is really kind of interesting point in a career for me. But we'll have to get into it another time. But I would like to ask, in general, is money important to you, or is it really just about helping people get their act together, because they are vastly different worlds?
Yeah, it's about helping people for me. Money is important only in that it's stopping me right now because I don't have any.
Yeah.
I wanted to do a master's because I've got a line of research that I really want to do, but I cannot afford to do a master's. Right. My dissertation third year project, I did it on ADHD and hyperfocus. Right. And when you submit like the first ethics approval, you have to say how many participants you're going to try and get. And I was like 30 in each group. The people who are marking it, they're not supposed to comment on like your estimates, but they were like, this is a bit ambitious, I don't think you're going to get that many people, so maybe tone it down a bit.
Okay.
So I was like, how dare you? And then I focused extra hard on the participant recruitment, and I got over 1,000. So I did better than we thought. So I'm hopefully going to get it published in a journal.
And that will definitely get you on the right track. Come back, and even before that, if you want, come back and talk, and we'll get into the nitty-gritty of psychology and psychiatry, and I'd love to hear more about what you think it's all about. Thank you very much, Charlie.
Thank you.
Thanks, Charlie. All right, Theo, let's go check in with you.
Hi.
Theo, long time no see.
Yeah, it has been a while. I think almost.
How fantastic! Good to see you. Where's your sibling?
Upstairs. We decided if we talk again, it would be fun to like do it separately. And I have some artists share and stuff.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Because I'm always like multiple focus, trying to make sure.
Yeah, it's hard to like zone in.
Yeah, exactly. Hone in and be nice. Exactly. That's a really good idea. How are you, Theo?
I'm good. Yeah.
What's going on in your world?
What is going on? You know, so much stuff. Like it's like the world has started again a little bit. So I got to do some courses in person last semester, which was nice. And then I just have a couple more to graduate. I kind of like dropped a few through like Zoom school. Like it was a bit too much.
Yeah. What's the thing that makes you most apprehensive about the whole final hurdle? What is it that's like, I just not really, I feel like had we had a more involved COVID time, I would be more confident about this, but I'm not really.
I feel like I'm finally excited about school. Like
that's great. That's a really good place to be.
I know, like when you're saying like, oh, I wish people waited to like start a degree. I'm like, yeah, I wish I feel like I chose my major like the night it was due, kind of like just like did not think about it at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like just before COVID hit, like I thought I was gonna like quit school forever. Like I had like the worst month and I was like, I'm just gonna drop out. And I literally went to the school and like almost did the papers. And then COVID hit and they were like, oh, you only need to complete 60% of the course load this semester. And like, so I had already done that. I got the credits. And then I thought I was like, oh, I'm gonna go like volunteer and figure out what I really want to do and stuff like outside of school. And then COVID hit. And I was like, I'm never gonna like, I don't want to make art like at all. Like I'm never gonna make art again, sort of vibe. Yeah, I kind of just got back into it.
That
like,
would have been such a disaster. You had given up making art.
Right? Coming back into school now, and especially being back in person, like it feels like this is like definitely what I want to do. So
yeah. Well, tell me, this is a question you're going to get asked a lot, and it's a very boring question to have to respond to again and again and again. But what is to you the most inspirational thing in basically in life? Do you look at people's behavior and go, that's going to inspire me, or do you look at a beautiful picture or a view or an animal or whatever, a character, a person who's makes you laugh?
Nature inspires me a lot.
Yeah.
I mostly like I draw people. I'm very like just like especially like I realize I'm really focused on the eyes, like sort of like as this like place of connection, and it's just like very intriguing to me. I find you very inspirational, like sort of like
thank you.
No, but I've really been thinking about it. Like I kind of took it for granted, like through like the middle of COVID times, like Zoe would always put it on and I kind of listened to in the background. But then when you were gone, I was like, this is like so important, like just like the depth of connection and like I don't know, really like getting into like feeling, like connecting on feelings and stuff.
It's funny, isn't it? Because eyes are so important in terms of inspiration. I don't know I think people could be divided into lots of different groups and how they react to eyes. Some people look at eyes and just go, well, that could be a foot, it's just another part of the body. I'm not particularly interested. Other people think that's a window into the soul, which is sort of the romantic side of people. The way someone's eyes can actually make you feel in when you're close to them, when you're around them. You remember moments when your parents would look at you in a certain way and it was like so good. When your mom looks at you or your dad looks at you and you just feel love. Isn't that astonishing? I mean, it's interesting to me because I'm an actor, so I'm always trying to figure out what part of me should be working over time in a scene, sort of
At the same time, I think like there's too much focus on eyes. They're like the like vision. Like I'm kind of interested in. I'm like interested in so much stuff right now. But I'm interested in like all the senses and like how can
I think we miss a lot of senses out too. I agree with you, and it's quite a grown-up thing, but I think we miss a lot of senses in terms of our lived experience, and you know, and we lose a lot from when we start. Because I mean, I remember when I was a youngster, for example, and smell was really important, especially in terms of relationship. And that sounds bizarre, but you smell people, you know what they smell to you. And I have to say, no one smells to me anymore. I never noticed someone and go, oh my goodness, that's an unusual smell. But but when I was young, I was really sensitive to it. I was really sensitive to the way people smelled.
What changed?
I just think my sense of smell began to evaporate. And it got sort of taken over by other things, you know, and my presuppositions and my plonking my luggage in the middle of the room, and you know, all the stuff that happens as you get older that really is an unwelcome element to my life. I'd much rather have all my senses tingling than I would be projecting, you know, what I think about you, knowing that all those things are gone. So try and hold on to those if you can. They're really useful. Astonishing. Are you interested in mixed media? Do you do a lot of mixed work?
You'll see on my new slide, I got to, okay, here we go. I got to do one sculpture course, and I thought that was really cool. Like, wow, because it does bring in like more elements like spatial and time, and so, absolutely. Yeah, this was just like in like one of my elective courses. I was like, oh, this is gonna be so fun, and it was so fun.
And what talk us through this? So you made this out of is this like a papier-mâché cut and painted? What is the material?
It's clay.
Because it looks like bronze.
No, it is clay. It like the edited is a bit shiny, but yeah. So this one, like a model came in for 4 weeks, and we did the whole figure. There's like a big process, and then at the end it was like reconfigured, and so you kind of make it your own. Right. So this one was inspired by a concert I went to, and the Perfume Genius is like one of my favorite musicians, and he had like a sort of performance element where he had like this cool fabric that he was kind of wrapped in and like rolling around on the stage and stuff.
Okay,
and
wow.
This is so cool. I want to like capture this, and I just wanted to like hold the fabric in my hands and like, recreate it a little bit. So
that is amazing. That's actually really, really hauntingly beautiful.
Yeah, this is another sculpture. So I was actually most excited the whole semester to do like the portrait, obviously.
That is awesome.
Thank you.
That is really awesome. I mean, I hate to add layer to it, but there's so many meanings that you could imbue that with if it wanted to. I mean, that could be.
So I call it I am made of clay, but can I change? I was just like trying to imagine like, oh, what if this like face had like more agency, and it was like kind of like, you know, alive, and then it was like
that comes across right away. It looks like somebody is trying to change. Wow.
Yeah, and then of course I'm trying to get into getting commissioned still for art, and so like I have 3 different styles. This is like my easiest sort of one that I can just like kind of go at really quickly. And that's my dog.
Also just so aesthetically pleasing. So you'll easily get people wanting to help you to draw dogs for them. Their dogs, their pets.
This was like, it started as a sketch, and then I was like, oh, I feel like I'm really kind of like unlocking what I want to do with watercolor. And so I couldn't do too much because it was like cheaper paper, but
that's astonishing.
That's Moogie. It's my kitty. Wow. She's big now, but that was her when she was little. It was like the photo, like the sun was like behind and sort of like silhouetting all the hair. So
that's amazing. It's just so photo real. You really do just span the gamut of photo to abstract. You go all the way around.
This is my latest charcoal. I actually like signed up last week. I was like, I've been working on this for so long. I was like, I need a deadline. Like I need to just grind and finish it. And so, thanks to you, I got it done. Stunning. Yeah, I'm really proud of this one. Like sort of like the balance of like how much fades away and stuff.
And the hair is it on the right side of his face, leaving a wet, going back into the distance there but it's still so precise, but it's still kind of vague. It's lovely.
Right, it's like you almost want more, like a little bit. But
yeah, that's exactly it.
A bit like a memory is kind of
precisely
kind of
someone you remember, and you're trying to bring them back. Well, Theo, you can do this, can't you? You know how to do this, and you haven't even graduated.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. That is.
Well, thank you for letting me show my stuff.
Oh, thank you for showing us. It made everybody's day. That's one of the coolest things. Really, really cool. Thank you, Theo. I'm on a time clock today, but I'm so happy to have seen that. That was just
cool. And
next time we'll talk more ruminatory.
Oh, wait. Is Shay here, Zoe? Okay. Shay's birthday was 2 weeks ago. Shay's
hello, Shay.
Right now, but everyone say happy birthday to Shay.
Absolutely, Shay. Happy birthday, Shay.
Thank you.
Happy
birthday.
I think it's Rachel's birthday, maybe.
Rachel didn't tell us about your birthday. That's why.
Yeah, I'm still here.
You're here. Happy birthday. When's your birthday,
right?
Rachel? Happy birthday.
It was yesterday.
Oh my goodness, that's a total happy birthday shout out. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! Thank you.
Okay, that was one of the things in the chat that just went flying by, and I meant to.
Oh, you got it though. You caught it.
Got it.
Rachel's birthday, and we got Shay too, who was out of nowhere.
We are rocking and rolling.
Absolutely.
I gotta say, and actually, you sped along so fast that we've got a little more time to for Casey.
Oh, brilliant! See, I did what I was
more
told for the
remote.
first time ever in my life.
Yeah, she's coming back.
We may find possibly an Armin.
No, it's just me and Terry.
Yay! It is.
What are you doing to this?
You're right there.
Yes. Okay.
There you go.
All right.
Now you're big and he's little. Now you're big and he's little.
I don't want to be big.
Okay, then I'll make him big.
Yeah. Okay. Good. This is great.
Yeah. This is great. This is a good angle.
So now, are you guys in the middle of very serious discussions?
No, we are not in a big serious thing at all. We've just been treated to a whole panoply of different talented, beautiful things and people. So
like Katie said, we walk like you mean like people reading,
yes, we've had a lovely poem. We've had amazing art. We've talked to somebody who wanted to be a circus performer. Who wants to be a circus performer, but is just qualified as a psychiatrist.
Oh my God.
The list goes on and on. The hits keep coming.
I think this is a good time to become, a shrink. I mean, a really good time. Yeah. I mean, there are people who are just, dragging their poor psyches on the sidewalk.
I know. Their actual personalities are on a string behind them, just sliding through all the dog poop.
Oh, Sid, I hope we get through this. Jesus, Mary and Joseph and all the holy saints. I hope we can get through this.
Yeah, we're here to try and alleviate that. We're here trying.
Well, yes, absolutely, but we also have to be realistic. The only way we can alleviate it is to admit that there is a weight to be alleviated, and however we can do that imaginatively, within the purview or within the sphere of our own, imagination, and where we do have some power. That's it. Well, no, I have to go because I have a photo call
you've got a photo call.
Yes, I do. All right. Adieu.
Adieu again, my friend. Until next time.
Thank you so much.
Casey, you are amazing.
She doesn't have her headphones on.
I know. That's the best time to compliment her.
Yeah, that's true. We'll just send her all the compliments now.
Are you talking about me?
Yes, we were.
Complimenting.
Said horrible things. How are you enjoying it, the convention?
It's nuts.
Is that a good nuts?
Yes, it's a good nuts. It's also really, really hot.
Yeah.
It's been fun though. There's lots of people. There's a huge artist alley. So yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Who's the person everybody's trying to hear talk at this one?
Well, Shatner's here. There's a lot of people who were at San Diego Comic-Con and are supposed to be here.
They're all turning up.
We'll see.
And is this day 1 of 3?
2 of 4.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. There's usually
other people.
a cosplay thing or a one of those sort of things in the evening. Do you like to get into those?
I
It's a
am
lot of
not.
work.
I like to see other people's cosplay.
Yeah,
I like to be like that took some work.
And that's what I
job.
would wear if I could be bothered to do the work that they put into that.
Exactly.
So you guys are 2 or 3 of you?
Yeah, we got.
Hi guys. Hi guys on the floor.
He says hi. See, Ainsley, Chantel's gonna be here. I think Amy's gonna be here. There's a couple of people who are just kind of localish. It's been fun.
Well, we can't thank you enough for bringing the convention to us.
It's been a lot of fun. I like coming to these things with a task. So,
it's really great that you found your task and you did it really well. You got some scoops. Thank you very, very much.
I do my best.
Stacey.
No problem. Well, I'm glad to help.
We're going to wrap it up. Today was a lot of fun. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And we'll see you all next week.
See you all
Bye,
next
guys.
week. Bye-bye.
Have fun.
Have fun.
Have a great weekend.
Bye.